It's light and peace, brothers and sisters. Topic of discussion today is archangels. Welcome to the OahspeCollegeUniversity solution to yesterday's ancient knowledge. Society, people, religious people, spiritual people, at one point in their life have used a name of an archangel. Um, It is heard as one of the most powerful angels in our world or in heaven. Regardless of what you believe, that information can be true and cannot be true. Right? The reason I said that is that we've had we now know we've now been able to determine that there are angels, according to the OahspeC, that can pose as an archangel or can even pretend to take a name of an archangel. You see? So this is why we cannot definitely say for sure that these angels are powerful. In order for you to know an angel is powerful, they have to be able to showcase, the limits or show the limit of their power, right? Now, what does OahspeC have to say about archangels? What do we know about archangels? You know, um, in my years of reading the OahspeC, that I see a lot of times when um Orion chiefs and guards come down to our world to try to deliver a particular or render service to our world, shall I say, they're always accompanied by archangels and archangels, hosts of archangels, and we've had where archangels assist uh, these angels. So the first thing to do is what are these angels doing in our world? So when you go to the synopsis of 16th cycle, chapter 1, verse 4, it says, during the time of a cycle, the earth is therefore under the control and management of such angels, Jehovah, for the resurrection of man on earth. So yeah, we're able to determine that there are a group of angels or angels who do come to our world to assist in resurrection of man, right? And who are these angels? So primarily in the book of Jehovah, chapter 8, verse 2, it says, at the times of my harvest, a copy of these records shall be taken up to my ethereal kingdom, filled with my Orion chiefs and archangels in the roadway of travel of the great serpent, for their deliverance regarding the progress and management of the inhabitants of the earth and heaven. Yeah, in this chapter, OahspeC decodes how archangels and Orion chiefs, right? So, of course, we've had other ranks of angels who also have done this, but apparently majority of them seems to be Orion chiefs. Anyway, archangels or a group of angels or angels who dwell in the arc of lights or arches of light, and they come down during a time of a cycle to help with the progress and management of the inhabitants of earth and heavens. You see how the book of Jehovah, chapter 8, verse 2 says again, at the times of my harvest, a copy of this record shall be taken up to my eternal kingdom and filled with my Orion chiefs and archangels in the roadway of travel of the great serpent for their deliverance regarding the progress and management of the inhabitants of earth. Now, I've read OahspeC a couple of times, just like going back and forth. The amazing thing about the OahspeC is that I see when a chief tenants or a chief or Orion chief or chieftainess, which is a female, or Nivanian, or come down to our world to assist or help with the development or progress of our world, they always get accompanied by host of angels, and this host of angels are, I would say, most of them are archangels, okay, and experience. In fact, the very first God of our world who ruled us was actually an archangel by the name of Sanctity, and he was an archangel. His rank his attainment was actually an archangel. And he at that time, we're talking about 78, between 78,000 years ago to down to 75,000 years ago. During that time when he ruled, um he had a host of angels, and some of them, or a few of them at that time, were archangels. Okay, but Oapsi gives information saying that he was the wisest of all the angels at that time, and he ruled us as the first God of heaven and earth, Sentities. I find it interesting that that word, that name Sentities, Set. So if you take Set out, you could interject that and decode the god Set in Egyptian mythology. Okay, that's just one keynote. Again, Oapsi is a cutting sword. You take, so Oapsi gives the name of Sentatis. You take Set out, and you could fix the puzzle about Egyptian gods. Okay, that's one thing. Now, an interesting stuff is this. So archangels are angels who help development and management, and they come assist, they serve the creator by providing uh, uh, assistance to other gods, right? And I was just thinking about it. I said, so okay, I came up with this verse before in the past, and I wasn't really, I was just thinking about it. I said, so what do we become as angels? Once we become an angel, what is our first duty? Or should I say, what is our first rank after being a bride and bridegroom? Because after third resurrection, you're a bridegroom. But when you get drafted to Etheria, what do you do? Like, what is that rank? Oapsi didn't give a full definition of it, but it gave you a glimpse of what you become right after that. So I'm just going to go to the book of Sentences, and I want you to really listen to this verse carefully, because it actually helped me. It actually helped me carefully. It says in the book of Sentences, chapter 21, verse 5, it says, as Jehovah bestows a newborn child, then takes the father and the mother away to the eastward. Eastward will be heaven. So likewise Jehovah sent Antias, my sister, to establish the lower heaven. And now I come by his command to bear this harvest. So the harvest will be the bride and bridegroom of Jehovah, who have finally finished the ceremony in third resurrection heaven, are ready to enter Etheria, to the interior realm. And listen to this. It's everlasting kingdom. As a child bears the loss of his father and mother, so will you become. Bewail the loss of this rich harvest of archangels. There you go. So right after you become a bride and bridegroom of Jehovah, you as an angel, the next rank, the next attainment is archangel. That's the keynote. That right there is the secret. So humans who have finished first resurrection, second resurrection, they've graduated from first resurrection, graduated from second resurrection, and then once they get to third resurrection heaven, they wait for the harvest time, in which Oapsi give a notation of you gotta wait for that harvest time. Some could be 600 years, 400 years, but during that harvest time, you get drafted to Etheria. You take the ship to Etheria. But this verse here, the book of Sentences, chapter 21, verse 5, clearly states that those bride and bridegroom angels who graduated from third resurrection heaven becomes archangel. There you have it. So what did we learn? We learned that archangels, they dwell in arches, an arc of light. An archangel is an attainment, not a rank. So let's not get the rank confused here, because some people will say um, but don't archangels become a god or something like that? God is an office, okay? God is an office. It's like a position. But an archangel is an attainment that you reach, just like third resurrection heaven is an attainment. But rank, don't confuse attainment or should I attainment with a rank. So gods are just titles bestowed. It's an office, a position of office. This is why you see even angels in second heaven, second resurrection heaven, they become a god, right? Even in third resurrection heaven, they do have that, they sit in the position of God. So that's just a rank, okay? Not an attainment. Now, an interesting verse shows here, just to to showcase this, right? Book of Osiris, chapter 6, verse 4. The sheriffs went abroad. Book of Osiris, chapter 6, verse 4. The sheriff went abroad as commanded, being sufficiently provided with attendants, all things required for such adventure. And after many days, the false gods were arrested, brought before the throne of God, Osiris, Jehovah's son. And on that occasion, they were assembled 100,000 archangels, of whom, listen to this, of whom 2,000 have risen to the rank of gods and goddesses, 30,000 to the rank of lords and lordesses. So what is this verse in the book, what this verse 4 in chapter 6 in the book of Osiris is telling me is that the fact that you're an archangel doesn't mean you've reached the rank of God, right? Or in fact, and as Lord and Lordesses. So you see that? So as archangels, right, also have to now they have to attain to the rank of Ethereal God and Ethereal Lord in Ethereal. So you see the progression. So after you become a third resurrection bridegroom and bridegroom of Jehovah, bride and bridegroom angel of Jehovah in third resurrection heaven, once you get drafted to Ethereal, you start off as an archangel, and then you have to now walk yourself toward the rank of God and the rank of Lord. Okay, so let me just read this thing again because this is very juicy. The book of Osiris, chapter 6, verse 4. The sheriff went abroad as commanded, being sufficiently provided with attendants, all things required for such adventure. And after many days, the false gods were arrested, brought before the throne of God, Osiris, Jehovah's son. And on that occasion, they were assembled. Listen to this: 100,000 archangels. So 100,000 archangels, of whom, out of those 100,000 angels, of whom 2,000 have risen to the rank of gods and goddesses, because we are female angels, and 30,000 to the rank of lords and lordesses. Again, we are female angels. This is one of the missing link in some other script or some other scriptures out there that they don't talk about female angels. OahspeCollegeUniversity talks about female angels all the time. I mean, we're talking about tons of them, unimaginable female angels, right? So finally, so we now learn that archangel is an attainment, not a rank. You can't get to the rank of God, but you have to first attain. You have to first reach that level of archangel. Right after that, then you could attain to be an Ethereal God. Okay. And then also another keynote is that archangel can answer and carry prayers for the Creator. Okay, so yes, another thing, because that's a very, very interesting thing to note. So part of when they assist humans, also assist doing the management of the world, they can assist you to answer prayers and carry prayers to the Creator. And this is true, and it's also noted in the OahspeCollegeUniversity. Light and peace, brothers and sisters. Subscribe to my YouTube video. Today's topic was just clearing the confusion about archangels. Archangels are also wonderful angels who come to our world and assist the ruler of our world. We've had 24 rulers in our world. We're currently in the 25th arc cycle called the Cosman cycle, and we have archangels around us who assist these rulers. They've had 24 elders who have ruled us already. We currently have a female goddess who's ruling our world, which is the 25th arc cycle, and I can tell you for sure she's got millions and billions of archangels assisting her. Light and peace, brothers and sisters. Bye bye now.